Just decided to do some BL4, just a fresh run. I've done most of one a few years ago, and I gave up because it's really fucking hard. But I thought, screw it, I'm gonna give it a shot again. I'm watching my friend Patty Stardust on Twitter going through BL4, and I got the itch to try it again. So thought I'd give it a go. Alright. And this is going to be super... Yeah, it is a huge world of pain, and I don't know why I've thought, you know what would be a good idea? Trying this again, because I got up to literally Orphan of Cause a few years back, and just, it sucks so bad. So, but I'm going to keep this super casual, just fun. You know, super casual fun BL4. I'm not gonna live or die on that first werewolf, but it always feels like it bodes well if you get the werewolf on your first shot on a run. But I'll pick up my weapons. I'm gonna go saw cleaver because I mean I don't know what else you would do on BL4, but saw cleaver. My previous attempt at BL4 really solidified the saw cleaver as like my go-to weapon, just because that transform check feels so good. Pistol. Of course. Well, we'll just see how it goes. Now, hopefully I take out the wolf this time, or else it does not bode well at all. It's been a while since I've actually played Bloodborne, and by a while I mean probably within the last year. Yeah, definitely within the last year. But it's been a while since I really tried any BL4 stuff, so we'll see how it goes. Bloodborne's the only BL4 I've ever attempted, and I've heard that it's up there for being the hardest to do base level runs on, so I would like to try Dark Souls someday. Dark Souls 1 probably seems like it would be easier, but for now I'm gonna do Bloodborne because it's what I like. And as I mentioned, my friend at Patty Stardust on Twitter, he's been going through BL4, and he's crazy. He's trying to do all the chalices, everything, DLC, and I think it's a terrible mistake, and I would like to make it with him. I've been watching it, and I can't help it. Watching going through it, just that itch to play. Hello, the Andrew Bourne of Bloodborne. L1, or R1, L1, L1, R1. I gotta shake off that rust. Gonna be using that a lot. Yeah, Vicar Amelia. Actually, I just same. Bloodborne is also it's my top game. You know, as far as this games in general, Bloodborne I have to put it as my favorite. Just I've spent so much time reading up on the world. Played the game a pretty good amount. It's one of the few platinums I bothered to get. But you know, the funny thing about Vicar Amelia is my friend playing through this, I had a bit of trouble on Vicar Amelia too, but he just used the Rose Marinus. He got it like to +6. I didn't even realize you could really wield it on BL4, and he just torched her. And it looked extremely easy. It's never as easy as it looks, but it was something to behold. And you know, if I get through with this run, you know, I'm probably, if I gotta summon or do something on, like, you know, a few of these maybe, but I usually think summons in Bloodborne make them harder on BL4. Elden Ring, I mean, who the hell knows? As far as what I understand is, last time I heard from a reliable source, it's all good. It's just a very large project. The world, you know, is what it is in 2020. But if we don't see it at TGA, I'm gonna start wondering. But until then, I'm not worried. It's just they're trying something really big, and it's taken a while. And obviously, with last year, QA and stuff is harder than ever. So I don't know. I could actually pick up a few items here. Let's see, you drop shit? No. Get out of here. I don't have time for you. This character I still have another character stuck at Orphan of Cause on BL4. I don't really know for sure. You know, this could be the character where I just say, hey, I actually want to see credits on BL4, and just, you know, maybe just do like Moon Presence, because I'd like to see Moon Presence, but the DLC is when it got so brutal for me. You know, Elden Ring is, it's tough for all of us. My dog's starting to bark at these fucking Bloodborne dogs. It's fine. It's fine, Maisie. It's just these weird-ass dogs in Bloodborne. Nothing to worry about. No, but she heard one barking, and she got real upset. But, you know, Elden Ring, it's not brought out the best in any of us. You read those clickbait titles, that's, you know, you do what you gotta do. It sounds very exciting. I do not blame you. I've made a few videos on it. I've made a whole ass website in preparation for like when there's actually lore when the game releases, so I cannot judge what anyone else does waiting for Elden Ring. I have wasted actual money. It's coming up on a year. I was sure TGA would start the cycle of information, and I just got a website up in preparation, and it's been sitting there for a whole ass year. I've updated it a little bit, but you know, nothing. Alright, so I'm gonna pop back quickly and just purchase a few blood vials, because what else are you gonna do at BL4? You're not spending them at the dolls, so just a few. I Cleric Beast is going to be much of an issue, but I only have 12 blood vials, and I figured I'm just going to go for it because I just want to get into it. So there we go. Cleric Beast. On my other BL4 run, I just saved Cleric Beast. I went Father Gascoigne first. Just because, you know, Cleric Beast is optional, but I'm going to do Cleric Beast first this time. Just for fun. Even though I think it's kind of a shitty fight with the camera, but weird first boss. Maybe with Elden Ring they will figure out that they can in fact pull back the camera on large bosses. Might as well mine these guys a little bit. I think he's guaranteed. I don't know if he always drops blood vials, actually. I can't remember. Oh my god. This guy's about to eat me. Alright. Gun only. Gee, yeah, I've not actually done too many, like, challenge runs for Bloodborne. I've played through it enough times, but it's one of those games where it's like, why did I just? But it's one of those games where one of the things I really like about Bloodborne is that its critical path is so short, and it's so easy to just like pop into it and play, and you can get through a normal run in like, you know, 6 hours. Now let's see how I do against Claire. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the Sekiro videos were great. You know, really fun to do. I can't really judge the quality, but I'm hoping to do, you know, even bigger and better with Elden Ring. And so far, the series I've done for that I think is pretty decent. So I appreciate the support. Taking any chances here. Fucking arms. Oh, it's a bad camera. Bad situation. Move up. Come on. One of the things that gets so sucky about BL4 is that it's just, you can't attack very many times at all. Your stamina sucks. Oh yeah. Might as well. Come on. Should have used a transform right there. Oh well. Don't worry, buddy. Want to get too greedy with the bad beast? Oh, shit. That was a mistake on my part. I got greedy, just talked about taking it slow, and of course, go bad. My dog extremely hates the noise the cleric beast makes, apparently. She's doing this, like, low-level growl. Hard to hear. No problem. Yeah, I'm just doing this off of PS4, so it's kind of a shitty interface. What's new? Environment? Especially that music, that's bombastic. Extremely bombastic. Alright. Let's get this one done. I missed the visceral attack, which sucked because there's a weird spot in the corner. And visceral attacks are effective at BL4 for like maybe the first couple areas, because the strength of your visceral attack, I think it scales with your level. So, past the beginning of the game, it's just not even worth it. It makes more sense to just keep attacking. I mean, I could use Molotovs. It's just kind of like fighting the cleric resizes, but if it's proving to be more annoying, maybe I'll pull them out. I mean, I think the sword's better to play unlocked, but Alright. Alright. Got greedy on that one. Shouldn't have done the third hit. I'm gonna try unlocked. I might miss, but just alright. So far, so good. Let's back up. Son of a bitch. Maybe I will use Molotovs. I think as like a starting fight that Gascoigne's a bit more fun. Cleric Beast always struck me as an interesting, you know, like opening boss. I'll throw him there just in case. Oh yeah, this is nothing as far as this is not a problem. When I fought Ludwig at BL4, that shit took me like 6 months or something ridiculous. I am not particularly talented at these games, but you know, statistically, if you fight Ludwig like a few hundred times, you might beat him once. Alright, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I might play one. Alright. Last thing I need to do is to go. Oh, it's like ground pounds. Hey, Nick. I know, I don't know why I'm doing this again. Just like that. You heal yourself? Okay, where's your face? I'm gonna back up on that missile, otherwise he won't get it. Cheap strats. Good for you. Whoa. Suck it. Oh, I knew I'd get enough range there. No time to get greedy. Aw, man. The Molotov kill. Oh well. Used up all my Molotovs before they got going. There we go. Cleric beast down. Light the lamp. I guess. What do I want to do? Root around in the rest of Central Yarnum. I guess I'll go cash in some shit so I can actually. I don't have to farm for vials or anything. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too worried. And they'll give you plenty around there, but, you know. I don't usually use Molotovs in the Cleric Beast, but, why not? I may actually use the summon for, maybe if I do Parl early. Just because... Actually, that seems like it actually might make the fight easier. Let's see. Yeah, I can get some Molotovs, so. If I need to. But right now I just don't want to run out of here. There we go, Molotovs. I'll get a couple more. Alright, and then, yeah, back to Central Yarnum. Well, going route opened. Get me some new clothes. I just sleigh prouted. I have a simple sense of humor. Just switch a couple words around, and I'm good to go. Alright, what am I doing? Yes. Go see Eileen. Smack that guy around. I can't tell if he always drops 2 blood vials. I guess not. I thought that would be like maybe a little cheaper, even though for being my favorite game ever, you know, it's not perfect, and I just wish it was Estus, especially doing something like this, where you're gonna hit a wall on most bosses. Kind of sucks to have to deal with all the BS of farming or cloud saves. now that I've murdered a bunch of dogs. These are some just ugly-ass dogs. And I believe it has been confirmed. There will be, you know, wolves and dogs and all that BS in Elden Ring, so we have FromSoft's worst enemy we'll continue to look forward to.
Ah, you're a hunter, aren't you? Then, well, do you know of any safe places?
Well, you know, when you fight Ludwig, like, hundreds of times, because you have no natural ability, you think, huh, cloud saves. I think I started using them around every ATIS just because, fuck that. Just the getting the bolt paper or whatever, using the beast blood pellets. It's such a pain in the ass. And, you know, I was having a discussion on Twitter or something just about how you can use something like cloud saves. Like, there's ways around some of the things, but just like running out of some of these consumables, I almost wish there was like a unlock. Like, you can get bolt paper, but then you only have like a few. Just because it sucks to farm for that stuff. It's not fun.
Oh. A hunt, what a mess here.
This will not be much of a
Prepare yours, there are
story
no...
run. I'll take it in a little bit, but...
Still what's wrong?
BL4 is mostly like a boss rush.
What are you still doing? Enough, a hunt... What...
Alright, Eileen. I mean, I can cut down the saw spear here. I'm not gonna use it, but... Oh my god. Oh! I do that so many... More often than I care to admit. I want to die to some rats. Using my precious Molotovs on some fucking rats. Bloodstone shard. Very good. I need to upgrade my weapon. That's what I do. I think you can get it at least +3, I think, for Father Gascoigne, probably. I don't know if I necessarily need it to be there, but it could be the difference between getting the victory or not. This is just some BS, right? Madman's knowledge. If you need to unlock it early. And there's lots of goodies around this whole section. I can't remember exactly where they are. I know down closer to the pig there's some more blood shit. Hello! I always like these little messengers down here. It just begs the question, why? I mean, the why is probably because it would be cool to reuse these assets as this little lantern. But from like a lore perspective, it's fun to like, you know, hunters see messengers, but do they seep into like just the public conscience a little bit, you know? Is it something, you know, whoever sculpted that just saw in a dream and thought they would model it? Oh, calm the fuck down. Oh, this is a world of shit. This was a mistake. Yeah, it's an interesting question once you start thinking of, like, the implication of it. Gotta use my visceral attacks while they're worth anything. Oh! The actual scariest enemy in the game, by far. The crows. God. They make the worst noise. Whoever came up with the sound for them. I don't know if they should be fired or if they should get a raise. Fuck, I hate the sound of the crows. And at BL4, I'm not too proud to admit, I've definitely been killed by just being a little too cocky with some crows and just getting in a whole bunch of them and getting killed. Got a good amount of those. There's rats down here, right? Yeah. Each crow is just an entire pack of dogs. Yeah. Oh, this isn't even the fucking spot. Well, of course. It's the, right over there. I'll get to it. Alright, so I got there. I guess I can get another Madman's Knowledge up here. Unlock the shortcut I'll never use. Get the music box, more importantly. Now, I never remember. Is it... You can use it per phase for the music box, or is it just twice total? I can't remember. And I use it extended like this, because if they do that, like, up in the air attack, can knock them down. Probably good it didn't. He almost got murdered by a crow. A murder of crows. Same. I mean, I'm not much like. I think one thing that makes it easy for me to really like Bloodborne is that I don't care too much about build variety. Like I like what I like, and pretty good to keep using it. So I'll just play with like the cleaver or the axe and just have a good time. I can't remember. I can't remember the rules for the box. Of course. Kill on this guy. My lord. Healing off of one of these guys. How many times have I farmed these guys? You know, this is the constant conversation, especially as time passes, is if you'd want a Bloodborne sequel. And I would love to see more trick weapons, but I don't necessarily want the story of Bloodborne to receive a sequel.
Who are you? I don't know your voice. But are you a hunter?
Exactly. It's the feel of the combat, like...
Really?
It's, yeah, just the feeling of the transform attacks and all that stuff, like, it just feels good.
It plays one of Daddy's favourite, and when Daddy forgets, Mom's so silly running off without it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, the things that pull me through games tend to be, like, story and atmosphere, but, like, gameplay feel is big. And Dark Souls 2 is fine. But, it, you know, it just, the animations, they don't feel quite as good. And then there's just the whole thing with, well, maybe I should go get the outfit. I can go this way. Kind of a sucky way to go. I'll just go do it. But, yeah, just, there's tons of build variety in, like, Dark Souls 2, but it doesn't feel as good. Yeah. As much as Miyazaki heads any projects at this point, you know, it's interesting because he's said that the approach for Sekiro is the same thing they're doing with Elden Ring, where he's not writing all the item descriptions anymore. He can't, in the role he's in, be doing all of that. But I do wonder, you know, they're split apart enough, but I wonder if he's more involved in Elden Ring or less. It feels like it's the larger project for them. Oh god. I fucked up. Time for cheese. But Yeah, I think he's got a great team, and like I'm not a big proponent of like the B team thing, but it is interesting with Dark Souls 2, like, you know, especially when you're looking to cut content and stuff. Like the game was just built different than the rest. They were really trying to do different stuff that makes Dark Souls 2 just such a weird thing, and having that Miyazaki oversight would be just good. But, you know, like, Sekiro, he wasn't incredibly involved in Sekiro. Is great. But, you know, at the same time, it doesn't have some of the things I like, but it's just because it takes place in, like, actual-ish Japan. Yeah, like, I think FromSoft is always going to say Miyazaki's working on everything. Because that's what they do, but yeah, he's the president. He's got larger picture things, but he still comes in on item descriptions and stuff. I know that he's still coming in on some of that, but he's not going to be writing all the dialogue. It seemed like he was he really micromanaged his projects. It seemed before, you know, he was really involved. I think he still gets there, but I think he just necessarily isn't as involved anymore. But like that's fine too, because like their concept artists, I mean, are great. Like they have so much talent there outside of Miyazaki. Just that, like, just following some of them on like social media and seeing the stuff, like, really solid just through and through. And Sekiro again, like the combat design, like that was not Miyazaki coming up with that. That was someone else, you know, just tasked with that. And the combat in Sekiro feels amazing. So. Is there an item back here? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Dark Souls 2 is, like, I don't like it quite as much, but it's still a very good game. My actual more practical problem with Dark Souls 2 is it's just too long for me. Like, one of the things about Bloodborne is it's pretty short, and I do like that. I just don't have tons of time to play games all the time, so it's nice to pick up a game that I can pop through relatively fast. And no one's popping through Dark Souls 2. I mean, you know, I guess speedrunners or whatever. But, you know, for me that's like a long experience, and then it's just, you start thinking, oh, I gotta go through the Forest of Fallen Giants again, and it's just, if I'm gonna replay one, Dark Souls 1 is also smaller, and it has more interesting and varied routes to take. So that's the one I'm gonna go to with Dark Souls. And then Dark Souls 3 is, I like it a little more, but than Dark Souls 2, but it's an extremely linear game, and that makes it really hard for me to be interested in going back. As much as I'm not huge on build varieties, I do like to take different paths. Yeah. There's like 40 bosses in Dark Souls 2. Just wild. Such a big game. Really interesting game, though. And it's really interesting how it fell, you know, at cross-generation. Like, it's super weird that that game released, you know, months after, you know, the PS4 and Xbox One came out, but it released last gen, and it didn't release with a current gen version when it came out. It's actually positioned similar to Elden Ring in that sense, but, you know, obviously for Dark Souls 2 is a lot different than from now. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the more you learn about how From does stuff, like, it's amazing any of their games come to fruition. Because, I mean, they're really subtractive. They throw everything at the wall and just pull stuff away. Yeah, I agree. I think, like with Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, I think suffer by needing to be part of the same universe. Like, maybe that's just a bummer. I'm gonna get killed by some rats. These guys suck so bad. I always have much more trouble with taking care of them than I do the other versions. At least I did not get swarmed by rats. I thought that's what was gonna do me in. There we go. Am I safe? Little fashion change. Yeah. I mean, Dark Souls 3, by being so interconnected with Dark Souls 1, just the most awkward decision. Because Dark Souls 2 still exists. As much as it seems like Miyazaki is content to like pretend it didn't exist. Yeah, it's very weird. Okay. Yeah, I played through Dark Souls 3 and finally actually beat the Ringed City this year, and you know, I liked it more than I did at the time, but the story and all that stuff is still, I don't know. It always kind of rubbed me weird how, like, in Dark Souls 1, it's like, you know, no one gives a shit about you. And then, even my first playthrough of Dark Souls 3, back in the day, it was like, everyone's calling you, like, you know, like, the, like, next whatever, king, monarch, I can't remember, they all use similar titles. The Ashen One champion. And it felt so much more like the game was, like, doing it for me. You know, like, where it's got the ham-fisted references, and then it's, you know, just everyone's, like, talking to you like you're the greatest thing ever instead of just, like, spitting on you and moving on. Yeah, it just, didn't feel as good. I think there's a lot of really good stuff in Dark Souls 2 story-wise. I think it gets mishmashed by some of the ways they had to, like, bounce around with things, but yeah. And, like, Illusory Wall right now he's been doing a bunch of deep dives into Dark Souls 2 cut content. And, you know, it's like you can't say, like, what was there was going to be any good because they cut it and rearranged it. But, man, they had some cool ideas with the time travel. It just felt different, and maybe that would have been good for Dark Souls 2 to just really go for it. Just gonna pick up some more shit. Yeah, I went Hexer, like my first run of Dark Souls 2. It was so overpowered. Let's see. I'm not buying. Get a few of those. Okay, I got enough bullets for now. Yeah, it's Dark Souls 2. I wish it had just gotten more in Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 really could have been like a love letter to the series in a less gross way. If I feel like if it had included Dark Souls 2, it may have been more of a mess. But at the same time, it's just weird. Its absence, or the way in which they do include Dark Souls 2, is super artificial. Which is, it's like, that's the big thing for me with, like, Elden Ring being this new world. We haven't gotten a big-ass new fantasy world since Dark Souls 1. You know, like, it's just it's going to be a whole new thing with new stuff, and I hope that they take that opportunity and it doesn't feel like, it's kind of Dark Souls 4, but open world. Alright, let's do some Father Gascoigne. Yeah, I feel like from the way I've sort of talked about it is I feel like from they're great like concept people and they do some really good details, but I don't think holding a story together is their strong suit. And like when you start doing sequels, you have to account for things, and I think the concepts start to get muddied because it's got too much baggage. Bloodborne doesn't have much incentive to replay unless you're like me and you're just like, I want to spend 6 hours with the sock lever again because it feels good, or I want to try the axe and just do that. Like, just that real base level entertainment value and knowing that it's not a big time commitment. And you're going to see cool stuff even if you opt out for, some of the optional stuff you don't tackle. I usually tackle Logarius and Old Yarnum, so. But if I didn't want to, I could ignore it. Oh, I didn't upgrade my weapon. Oh well. We'll see how it goes with a unupgraded weapon. Love Father Gascoigne. He's a top tier boss for me. Even if he's not so difficult after playing through it multiple times. Watch me die a bunch of times against him. But I still think he's just a really good boss. Design, attacks. I think he's really good.
Beasts all over the shop. You'll be one of them, sooner or later.
That winning smile. Ooh. What a really bad start. Oh my god. Gotta hit one of those. Close to them. Man, I'm not hitting it on those. Oh man.
Too proud to show your true face, eh?
That was a terrible.
But a sporting hunt it
I'm
was.
sorry what I've done. It's 30 seconds we will never get back. Yeah, I think the New Game Plus in Bloodborne feels pretty weak to me, even with the Chalice dungeons. Like, the Chalice dungeons were theoretically something where, like, the end game content could be, like, New Game Plus content and it stayed with you. But, I don't know. Yeah, Bloodborne's one where it's usually a new game situation for me. Just start a new character because it's so quick. I wish you could get to some of the DLC weapons earlier in Bloodborne, because it would be awesome to start with, like, do a full fresh run with some of those weapons, like the Bowblade. I know the trophy lists for, like, the percentage of people who've gotten past. So Man, it's very interesting. Like, a full 50% of people will, like, play just for a little while and put it down. Oh. Pop some shit. Let's see. It took me hours the first time against Father Gascoigne. I had like go take a shower. I was like, it was really intense. All right. Let's see if that goes better. Bloodstarved Beast has, for whatever reason, never been a stopping point. And that's before I even knew you could, like, super cheese Bloodstarved Beast. But it's just one of those things where different people have shit that kills them. Logarius is always a really terrible time for me. I feel like I feel like I'm worse at Logarius than your average Bloodborne player. You know what? And all you gotta do is judge through Bloodstarved Beast, but it's not the way my brain's wired. Yeah, Logarius. He's a real bitch. I hate that attack where he's like shooting the swords at you. Some bullshit. If I get this far, if I get that far in this run, I will revisit the walking to the left or right strategy. He's always a real problem in my playthroughs. I don't think I've ever just gotten through. No comment. I don't think I've ever gotten through Logarius one shot. Yeah, you can shoot the sword, which certainly helps. It's a lot easier to deal with than it seems. It sucks at BL4 though. No fun. I'm missing. There's an item over there. I think that's another. I think there's a stone there or a shard. Maybe. Is there someone following me? Didn't even put the music box on. Destined to fail that first attempt. Already an improvement.
What's that smell? The sweet blood. Oh, it sings to me. It's enough to make a man sick.
Do look for the guys. Oh my god. Fine. I wanted the Molotov kill. There we go. That is more like it. Oops. That was a messy ass fight, but it works. You know, the Molotovs. I think there's an argument that something's not quite right with how those Molotovs they miss all the time. But also he's like throwing those because he jumps so much is a dicey proposition. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best thing I love. It really establishes that like a dual fight. And I feel like the Cleric Beast, I don't think the Cleric Beast teaches you like here's how Bloodborne is different and, you know, tests you in the same way Gascoigne does. Yeah, exactly. Like you can't go after Gascoigne like Dark Souls if you're used to being really passive. You need to, especially, you know, because the beast phase heavily punishes you for dodging backwards, even though I think I just did that a few times right now. But you have to dodge toward him to, you know, not get comboed. Imagine just rolling into a chair and fucking breaking it. The Bergenworth spider hides all manner of rituals and keeps our lost master from us. A terrible shame. It makes my head shudder uncontrollably. I really like that note. The first time playing, I was like, what the fuck is, you know, down the road? And I still had no clue. But I really like those notes because as like a Lovecraft cosmic horror thing, getting notes from people, it just fits with the genre. Now, I think we can all agree when it comes to like Elden Ring, we're gonna see this animation again. Oh yeah. Heaviest doors in games. I haven't read the Bloodborne comics actually. I'm not like a big comics person in general, and I've the Souls and Bloodborne comics I've heard mixed opinions on them, so I never really went out of my way to look into them too much. Also, I'm just possessive about who's telling stories in these worlds. I'm probably a little snobby about wanting From to be the ones to do it. Oh yeah. Oh, this game has some really well written stuff, which is, I guess, props to, it's got to be the Frog Nation. I mean, it's Bloodborne is English first, but they did some really good work translating that from what I assume was written in Japanese.
Hmm?
You know, I think,
very sorry.
I mean, the
It's
Sock
good.
Lever feels so
Good.
comfortable,
I've been waiting for one of your ilk.
but
These hunts have everyone all locked up inside, waiting for
I'll
it
see
to
how
end.
far I get. That is my
It always
next
does, and it won't end
location.
nicely. Scream.
Kinda, I guess it
"Yah!"
depends how
But if you
easily I
spot
get
anyone
through
with
there.
it, we'll tell them about this
I'd
here
like to.
at chapel.
It seems doable.
They'll be safe here. You spread the word. If
Oh my god. That's the 6-axis in action. The most useless mechanic. Let's see, what am I doing? Yeah. Yeah. the translating, especially as they're like English first, but like Miyazaki's not doing that. I don't know if it's all in-house, like, you know, I like some of the translation and they work with Frog Nation, or I think those are the translators who they work with, like the localization, but some very impressive stuff. I love how wide their like riposte window is. If you just shoot them at any point in the attack, you will get the riposte. Or counter, whatever it's called. I posted a video of that weird hand thing when Bloodborne first came out. I was like, just shared it off of PlayStation. It was like a what the fuck, and I just saw like, for whatever reason that got like 5,000 views over the course. It's just like a what the fuck in the cathedral ward. Just kind of funny. Oh, so it is possible. Imagine missing that post so bad you don't hit the easiest target in the game. It's a good vista. What a moody sky. A moody ass sky. I can actually, I'm gonna pop over here quickly to get some more upgrade materials and to grab the binoculars. Oh, I'm still walking around with all that. I should cast some of that shit in. I think you're gonna be a pass from me, probably. Ooh. Maybe I have to kill that dick. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully he doesn't sneak up behind me. As much as a large boy can sneak to begin with. Too early. Fucking wreck me. Yeah. Yeah. I've done the same thing many times just so you can get the little creeping nightmare. I always go for this crow first. Just because the crow always ends up hitting me if I don't. Those two troll guys under the bridge on the way to Gascoigne. How many times have we collectively murdered them for those sweet full 4 blood vials, and unless you're unlucky enough to get a pebble or whatever it is. Okay. Always so many crows. I think the crows have brought me closer to death than most enemies on this run so far. They bring out the worst in me. I did get a pre-order for a PS5 on Amazon. I haven't heard when I will be getting it, but sometime. The worst thing you can do is what I'm doing right now, which is back up against this guy. It's a terrible idea. For some reason, this is the one I want to fight. Trying to get that meat pop. Yeah. Once again, the worst thing you can do is back up, but I do it anyways. Did I get? Oh, that guy's such a dick. I got greedy. You can kind of strafe around them, but there's the chance you will die. Yeah, I'm hoping my PS5 doesn't come like weeks later, because I want to get on that Demon Souls, obviously. But we will see. It's such a messy console release. Understandably, but still sucks. It'll be, yeah. I'm just bracing myself for the likelihood that that my pre-order, because I didn't get it in like the first wave. I got it a couple down, so a couple waves later on Amazon. So I don't exactly know when I'll be getting it, but it's mostly if they don't make any big changes in Demon Souls, it's not gonna be a big deal. But if they do something surprising, it's gonna be so hard not to hear about it, and that will suck. Oof, thought that crow was gonna get in my way. That's basically the function of the crows here, to mess up your riposte. Ah, yeah, the Sakura. I will probably play through that again just to see. I think that'll be fun. It's been a long time since I played Sekiro. Alright. Do I fight the bell guy again, or do I smarten up and not die again? Demon Souls is very good. I like Demon Souls quite a bit. Although I really want the original OST. It sounds like they've done good stuff, but I really like the original OST on Demon Souls quite a bit. Because I am that person. I love those MIDI trumpets. Fucking crows. There's always going to be an additional Cyberpunk's the most, you know, outside of Demon Souls, that's like the next big thing for me. Ooh. Oh my god. That was dicey. I gotta play Hitman real bad. As I haven't played any of the series, period. I did. I got through Neo too. I liked Neo. It's wicked long for my taste, but I really enjoyed making a really OP build and then coasting through a good portion of the game. But I liked Neo too. I liked it more than 1, which I didn't have the motivation to finish. I'm not going to get all of them though. I'm going to set off someone's OCD. I'm just going to leave like a couple random ones. See, from Soft's history, like Demon Souls, there's a real feature that there's so much breakable stuff. So they're really just upholding their legacy when they do this sort of shit. You know, I know I should get this creeping death, but I can't remember. I don't think the broadcasting is necessarily tied to it, but I don't want to quit out if it's going to stop my broadcast, because that would be annoying. I'm just doing it through my PS4. I do videos, but I do not stream often, so I actually don't know much about what I am doing besides digging around in Bloodborne. I'm going to avoid it for now, unless it's definitely going to be... No, I think I can quit to main menu. I'm going to try it. If the stream quits, thanks for watching. But I want that boy. I thought you could, because I remember I was doing a different stream, because I've been playing around with it, because it's fun hanging out. And I thought that I got booted to main menu and it was fine, so. Man, who else remembers when it just said Bloodborne for like 60 seconds every time you did a loading screen in this game? Dear Lord, I still can't believe that Bloodborne just shipped without a feature that's been around since Dark Souls 1. It was just so odd to me. I really nailed the location of that guy. Just sitting right next to me. It was so bad. The loading times. Bloodborne, they really pushed that out the door. Because I think there was a slight delay on Bloodborne. Really slight, because From is really good at hitting their targets. But I think there was a slight delay, and you could feel that. Just like the fact that there's minute-long loading screens. Just nothing to pop up in between. I couldn't tell if it's because they didn't want the items to spoil, like, content. But if that was the case, why not just... And this is something I would like for like, Elden Ring. Just show me items I've seen. They do that in Mortal Shell. They'll only show you items you've seen, and because of the familiarity system with items in Mortal Shell, it'll only show you as much as you've read. And if Mortal Shell with like 3 people can do it, FromSoft can come up with a better way to do it, even though our loading screen's even going to be a big deal. I mean, they're designing for current gen, so... Yeah, just that Bloodborne, just people screaming about what it's doing to their TVs. There we go. +3. Go buy some shit. Elden Ring is only officially listed as PS4, Xbox One, PC. But it would be wild if they didn't at least box it. Even if they're just giving you basically the same game, that they didn't ship it as some sort of like, you can play this on PS4 or PS5. You know, what's that white light? I'll go investigate. Oh, what do I want to do? I might as well. I'll go. The thrilling gameplay of watching me buy these items. White light in the workshop. Is it in the physical location of the workshop? I mean, this is just the dream, but... in front of the glyph station. Oh. You talking about this thing, right? The message? In front of the glyph station. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things coincidentally casting light that I'm... the window. It's got that moon right behind it. Anybody else ever, I think EMB pointed this out, that moon is the worst, like, it looks bad. Moon, it's not even round looking. Unlike the left side, it's so jagged. What are you doing, Bloodborne? Let's see how far I can get into Old Yarn, and it'd be fun to take out Bloodstarved Beast. Which, watch me do terribly now, but I have a decent track record against. Typically. It is a clip art moon. You know, and as far as Elden Ring is gonna be like next gen only, like from what I've heard, and I've spoken with Omnipotent, who's like the big insider person, you know, with Elden Ring, and I do trust what he says pretty well, you know. I also have some information about the level of context, so I know there could be a little bit of telephone going on, but from what I understand, you know, current gen PS4, Xbox One, that's what they're trying to produce. You know, I've heard nothing even about an upgrade patch, but I would be surprised if they didn't do like an upgrade patch like Cyberpunk style. Also, like, depending on the release date, that's where it gets dicey. But like, they have to be releasing for next gen at this point too. But I don't see it being next gen only. It seems like, you know, they've designed for the current gen, and they had some, you know, a longer development cycle than they anticipated originally. So, but I'm sure it'll be, I'm feeling very confident it'll be playable, you know, on Xbox One and PS4. There's been nothing I've heard to indicate otherwise. that being said, like, even all we know is that it's a customizable character based off of what Miyazaki said in those couple of interviews, the IGN and the Xbox News interviews. We just know it's not like a Sekiro situation. I think we just gotta run. Look it. The diciest part. Woo! I think that does more damage the closer you are, which would definitely kill me at that range. I'm pretty certain. You bastards. Yeah, but we really know so little about it. Like those couple of interviews and that teaser, not even really a trailer. What all we saw was like a teaser. You can't even really see a landscape.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely. Oh, beg
Pro
pardon.
tip though, if you're weird
You may
like me
call
and you
me
watch the Elden Ring
Alfred.
trailer occasionally,
why not
definitely watch
cooperate?
the one on FromSoft's page or anything but the like Bandai Namco one, because the audio sucks on the Bandai Namco one. I don't know why.
Oh, there. Take this to set. Beast hunting is a sacred practice. May the good blood guide your way.
All right, Alfred's a weirdo, but he gives me fire papers. So. I love old Yarnum. Also, I just love the story with the church and, you know, probably using old Yarnum as an experiment, testing out blood, getting everybody sick by poisoning the water supply. I don't think that guy comes down. That attack is so easy to get a visceral on. Gotta still use it while my visceral is worth... Oh my... You dick! I think he had an item. What a dick. How dare. A waste of bullets. As you do. The last time I fought Bloodstarved Beast, I think the Bloodstarved Beast also fell out of existence and was a hollow victory. Those wolf beast things, they just can't help it. Not meant for this world. Alright, where's the item around here? Pungent blood, that will be very important. For my... I don't know if you'd call it a cheese. Is it a cheese against the Bloodstarved Beast? I guess it's kind of cheesy, but it's a valid tactic, which I will definitely use. Ooh, there!
You there! Hunter! Didn't you see the warning?
Jura.
Turn back at once. Old Yarnum, they are of no harm. Turn back for the hunter.
Fortunately, we are not meant to be friends today. is that the, get the wrong item? Yeah, against the, Blood-Starved Beast, I will be using the, Pungent Blood Cocktail and, Fire Paper and probably the Beast Blood Pellets just to make that go quickly. Yeah, exactly. I think the Beast Blood Pellet is one of my, like, favorite items in any of the Souls games, or maybe any game. It's just, it's a great concept. Yeah, they really set you up to do the whole cocktail strategy and then just wail. Because Bloodstarved Beast is something of a health sponge, or a damage sponge. It's got a lot of health. Oops. There we go. Actually, I just need twin shards now, but oh well. I'll take it. Time for
You are a skilled hunter, adept, merciless, half cut with blood, as the best hunters are.
Yeah, especially like on a BL4 run, like using the pellets is pretty mandatory for many of the bosses. Yeah. I have a bad habit of dying in my next room by those exploding things. So I just like take a moment. You get the initial clear. Got Crow City over there. I can't remember this item's reward file. It was hard to make. There's never just like, I guess there is sometimes one crow, but just so many. They all just look like a bunch of trash bags. Never tell how many you're in for. Oh yeah, against the crows I always go extended in case they fly up in the air. I love the transform attack on this weapon. That's what keeps me coming back for the saw cleaver. That it just feels real good. I don't think there's anything worth getting over here. Time for run. Whoa. Dicks. Now do I try to do that thing where I knock your off? Don't know. You coming back up? Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, let's see. I don't know if the pistol knocks. Maybe is it only the blunderbuss, or will the pistol knock him back too? I guess I'm about to find out. No! I fucked up. Let's try it. I don't see it going well. Whoa.
I should think you still have dreams. Well, the next time you dream,
It's not
give
really
some
worth
thought.
fighting him unless you get that him to just fall off, but I for some reason the first time I played I would not keep going forward until I beat him. Yeah, no, I just I usually just try and knock him off, but I guess I've never really looked at exactly what you do, but I will either get it or I won't. That's true, the axe. The axe was the first weapon I used for my first playthrough. Very fond of the axe. Specifically its little spin to win attack. Alright. I thought that was still alive. Managed to just not even target him. That was fun. Just in case. That was a very good idea. Oh, shit. I'm not gonna worry about it this time. What is with me and Pound Out? Yeah. Alright. I know, I love that. That was one of those things that I found organically on my first playthrough. I always really enjoyed that. I definitely was not trying to jump and then completely failed. Is this too high? Oh, we'll find out. Actually, you take hell of fall damage in this place. Yeah, thanks for popping in. Enjoy your evening. Oh my god. Definitely almost got completely. I know. The fall damage, I forgot this is more of the Demon Souls school of fall damage, because you can fall quite a distance in that game. Alright, let's see if I can get all through this. I may get to Blood-Starved Beast tonight. Otherwise, I guess that's where I'll start next time. There's only like 3 or 4 werewolves and a few other terrible things standing in my way. Yeah, I was really surprised though how little health that actually took away. Outrageous. Get out of here. Nice. I feel like there's an item here. Am I mistaken? I swear. I guess not. Watch out for the patrolling wolf boys. They can kill me pretty fast, but as long as I don't eat one of their attacks, they're not actually so bad. Oh! As long as I don't like have one sneak up right behind me. Well, this is a problem. Whoa! For some reason I thought he'd like... This is an emergency. Alright. That I thought that was gonna go really badly. Ooh. Eat it now. Ooh. Don't want to lose it now. There we go. Messy as hell. Got the job done. No stopping me except for another wolf bursting out. But I'm feeling you on that one though. I think I want to hit that shortcut before I go and get some of the other items, just in case. Yeah, stop that shit. Nice. useless bloodstone shards. I mean, I could upgrade my pistol or something. Probably will at some point. But let's get that shortcut. Alright, yeah, I'll grab it after. Just because it is quite a ways back at this point, even with the other shortcut opened. It's just a pain in the ass. At least when you're playing like BL4, blood echoes are like, who cares? They're nice, but unnecessary. Takes away that tension. Well, next time. I want to pop in here. I don't think I really have much for upgrading, but while I'm here, there's a few twin bloodstone shards. Maybe in this area, but I don't know how much higher I'm going to be able to get anyways. Let's see, what do I have to get? I'll get plenty of antidotes, but... Oh, let's do... Yeah. There we go. Let's see if I can't get down to Blood-Starved Beast pretty quickly. I'll just grab a few items around the area. The necessary items to beat Blood-Starved Beast. Or at least to make it quite a bit easier. Alright. There we go. Bloodstone shards. Not terribly helpful at this point. But you gotta do it. I missed one item back there. Try to make sure I grab it. I haven't grabbed this yet. That will come in handy. Get out of here. Bloodstone shard. I like how as the corpses are falling, you can pick up some of that clutch health regen still. I wonder if I could sneak up. That does solid damage. There we go. Yeah, they're not really so bad. Their bark is worse than their bite. See this big boy chilling up here. I don't think you can actually knock him down. Unfortunately. Alright. Got that's how you're gonna be. Fine. Might as well. Let's grab that. I know there's a nightmare right over here. There we go. I have excessive bloodstone shards now. Alright. Might as well give Blood-Starved Beast a go. I just need to set this up. Alright, so we have Beast Blood. Pop that into fire paper. And then we're going to want to make good use of the blood cocktails. And if all goes well, it should make pretty short work of BSB. Okay. Is BSB pissed at you? Oh god, I didn't realize I used it up. Oh, that was not a good showing. We'll hit it again. Hopefully I didn't waste too much of my stuff. Let's see. Yeah. Plenty of that. Yeah, I didn't make very good use of the cocktails. Now how? I'm trying to think of where I could get. Let's see if I can purchase them. Because it takes a few. I was using them up too much. It really shouldn't have taken as long as it did. I wasn't. Maybe it was. I think I was throwing them too far away because you really need to get Blood-Starved Beast up in that corner. Also, I do need to lower my my insight to help with my beast meter a little bit. No, I think we can at some point, but that may take the I think that one hunter's badge, which if I have nothing else, I may have to resort to that. Okay, I can use a few of these. I don't want to. Insight. We'll have plenty. Just a few. Oh. Yeah, I'll purchase a few things. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's give that another shot. Hopefully do a little better. Yeah, that was a bad showing, but usually goes pretty smoothly. I do think maybe I wasn't throwing into the corner enough, because you can really get Bloodstarved Beast cooped up in there. Should only take about maybe 3 of the pungent cocktails. It should go pretty fast. Alright, alright, alright. Yeah, this is the area where they're like, if you're still using bloodstone shards, you should be done with that now. Spiral staircases in games. Not the most fun to navigate. They look cool though. Thank you. Alright. Let's make hopefully quick work of Bloodstarved Beast this time around. Alright. Probably could have turned those on in there, but it's okay. Extremely close to me. There we go. That's much more how I wanted that to look. I guess it did take me 4, but here we go. And that's cheesing Bloodstarved Beast. And I'm actually surprised. Normally, I think this is a common experience. Normally I feel like you end that fight poisoned and like desperately trying to heal, or you don't notice you're poisoned and then you just kick it after the fight. Thank you. Yeah, that went well. I didn't even have antidotes on my on my items, so it's a good thing I was not poisoned. Alright. And I'm gonna call that a night here. Good start. Couple hours, got Gascoigne, Cleric Beast, Bloodstarved Beast. So yeah, pretty productive, and hopefully I'll continue along with this on stream. I think it's a fun way to play through it. We'll see how much fun it is once I hit some of the walls, but I think yeah, everything around Vicar Amelia, maybe probably a trip to Parle Land, but yeah, thanks for tuning in.